This is convention coverage with Geeks on the Side.
Welcome everyone to a Geeks on the Side video. It's me, AJ/Maricoga. I am at BotCon 2026. You can see the convention behind me. I am dressed as Spike Witwicky from G1, one of the human characters. And yeah, I've already met some really cool people, already got a couple of exclusives, and yeah, we're just seeing how it goes. So there's probably going to be a lot of still pictures in this video. I don't have a full-on video camera, just my little DSLR here. So yeah, just be prepared for that. I'll put some music to it and all that fun stuff, but let's see what we find. Okay, this next segment here is more of the collectibles from BotCon. This is the BotCon 26 t-shirt, BotCon Chicago, and yes, that is a female Unicron wreaking havoc across the galaxy and breaking out of Earth. Let me get this a little closer here and still keep the... There we go. So yes, this is the BotCon official shirt for this year. It's actually a lot better than the last year's, because the last year's, like, they had them on display and it just says BotCon and then a year. Like, it's not really all that special. This is pretty freaking special. So I'll be very carefully washing that and putting it in the special selection where I only wear it once in a great while, because it's an awesome looking shirt. Okay. Next, there was kind of a theme this year at BotCon, and the theme was collectible pins, specifically seeker pins. So they had a set of 9 different pins that were the jet forms of a bunch of different seekers, not really named ones, but different color schemes of them, and you had to do certain things to get these pins, most of which involve, go here and buy something. There's a couple where, like, they called it the Energon Toss, which is basically a beanbag tournament. You sign up and participate in the event, and you get the piece whenever you're eliminated from the event or at victory. But thanks to Vishan, I do have my pins set up on a nice little pin board that he made for me, and I need one more for him, or I need one more from him, because I have a large pin that won't fit on either of these with everything else in them. So we'll start with this one right here, and it has all the collectible seeker pins from the event. Camera, focus. Come on. Is it going to focus? It might not. But basically, you can see the different color seeker pins. A couple of them have, like, damage on them from, like, Transformers the movie. What is it? It's Skywarp and Thundercracker in the second row here. The black and the blue jet have the damage on them. And I know my camera is not picking them up, but you can kind of see it. There's additional lines, like, cracking from it. Hey, there it goes at focus. Cool. So, yeah. Those are all the collectible pins, all the seekers. The Matrix of Leadership was a collectible pin as well, and this just came free to anyone who purchased anything. Actually, I don't even think this one required a purchase, but this was at a booth called what is it? Your Guiding X, and we'll get to them in a second. Same thing with this pin, the Dinobot, of course, from Beast Wars, my favorite guy from Beast Wars, because he's a fucking badass. And yeah, so that's one set of pins here. Those were all the collectible ones. So technically all of these pins I got for free, with the exception of Dinobot. Although you had to, like, buy other stuff to get them, but they come as a quote-unquote free item. So technically all the seeker pins I got for free. The Matrix of Leadership I got for free. Dinobot was the only one that was not included in that package. While I was at Your Guiding X, I picked up a few other pins, because why the hell not? And I picked up the ones that look the best. Normally, I'm not a big Seeker fan, but when they look good, they look good. So in this one, I picked up Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp, the classic 3 Seekers, in a human form. And this will make Vishan insanely jealous, because he loves the Seekers. The Decepticon jets are his absolute favorite. But yeah, we've got Starscream up at the top, Thundercracker in the middle, and then Skywarp down at the bottom. You can see they're basically all kind of the same design. which, I mean, technically they were all the same design in the series anyway. So we've got those three, and those are actually pretty heavy. And then I'm going to be honest with you, I probably paid a little too much for this, but I wanted to because I feel not so much that it's worth it, but I think it's just a good thing to have. This pin from your Guiding Axe comes in this wonderful, wonderful case that like slides out, and I don't want to put the pin in there because I don't want to show it to shit. But it slides out. This is a really soft, like pad for it. It had the backers on it. Like, this is a really nice case. You could use this for jewelry if you wear it. But this is the pin. They call it a jumbo pin. This thing is huge, and it has Ultra Magnets, Springer RC, and Hot Rod on it, and Unicron just kind of hovering in the background. Look at the size of this pin. This thing is quite ginormous, as Jazz would say. But it's really cool. I like the detail. I like the artwork on it. Let me get my fingers out of the way. There we go. I really do like it. And on the back of it, oh, this is the numbered one. This is one of the numbered items I was talking about. There's only 75 of these made. And it has the official BotCon 26 stamp on it. And I got number 39 out of 75. So I'm quite happy about that. That is an actual, to me, that is a collector piece. Whether it's going to be worth anything or not, I don't really care. But that deserves a special display. So Vishan is making me up one more of these pin stands that we're using. We have a 3D printer that we're using to make those. So he's making me up one more of those so I can fit this bad boy on there. And yeah, that's the cool stuff from the collectible side. I do have, let's see, let me put this back. I do have prints to go through still, and I have a couple of nice little things that very nice people gave me. So you know what, we're going to do the nice little things first, because I'm going to count these as collectibles. So first of all, we'll go through, oh, sorry, I'm talking out of camera. This is the BotCon badge, BotCon 26 badge. This was given to me by a very nice young lady who was cosplaying as Breakdown, I believe. I have pictures of their cosplay. It says, "Danger is my favorite gear." And apparently she made this herself. She's an artist, and I do have her information coming up next. Here's the back of the BotCon badge. Back here, they would put the special Bumblebee stickers that allows you to purchase that fuzzy Bumblebee figure. It has the dates, and I covered up something with it, but it's, Blocky's advertisement on there. This was in honor of the 40th anniversary for the movie. And the lanyard's pretty cool, too. It's got the BotCon and Agabus logos on it. Agabus is a big partner of BotCon, basically helping organize and helping merchandising and things of that nature. But this one was, this little trinket was given to me by someone cosplaying, I believe, as Thundercracker. And it's just a nice little Decepticon bracelet. A lot of people like Decepticons. And it's just a nice little stretchy Decepticon bracelet. Little plastic piece here with the Decepticon logo. It was really nice. She just came up to me. She was like, "Hey, do you want a bracelet?" I'm like, "Sure, thank you. That's so nice of you." Then the cosplayer, the other cosplayer, the one who was cosplaying the Breakdown, also gave me stickers. So we have a little Motor Master sticker here from, Transformers animated type style. That's really cute. And then we have a couple other Autobots here. I don't, let's see. I want to say one of them is B and one of them is Brakes. Just artwork I don't recognize just because I haven't followed every single piece of it. But on the back of this is the important information. So the cosplayer and artist who gave me this little sticker here is on Twitter and Tumblr. On Twitter, it's at yellow_burb, B-I-R-B, as in Bravo. And Tumblr, it's #1tribble. And see if the camera will focus in on that. Hey, there we go. That's their info. And then on this one, let me take it out of the little sleeve just so you can see it better. On this one, it's the same person, and then she partnered with a friend to do the artwork, it looks like. There we go. Let me get a little closer because I know this is written very lightly. #1tribble on Tumblr, Yellow Burb on Twitter, and let's see. Making cheese on Tumblr. I think that's what that says. It's either making or macking. Macking cheese, maybe. Sorry, that's a little bit hard to read. But that was really, really cool of her. She just like gave me these stickers for free. And she'll be in the cosplay section as well because she was dressed up. And there was a cosplay competition and all that fun stuff. So yeah, those are some little cool collectibles. I'm going to cover this. This is technically in between pickups and collectibles and artwork and whatever else, but these are just little trinkets. I'm going to cover this too. I bought from a guy I bought prints from as well, a set of 3 coasters because they had a deal like 3 for 10 or something. It was a wonderful price. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And they had he's made a bunch of iconic sayings. So first, from the Transformers the movie, it shows Rumble and Frenzy's pylons as well as the little tape symbol on their chest. And it says, "First we crack the shell." And the quote from that is when they're on top of the dome in Autobot City attacking, they said, "First we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside."
First we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside.
And that's when Blaster and Perceptor get blitzed by the Decepticon cassettes. And, a big fight ensues. I'll put a clip in here in a second. The next, again from Transformers the movie, is the best line that probably Springer has ever uttered. Springer, of course, played by Neil Ross. And I have this as a redeem on the channel as well. It's exclamation point better. And it says, "I've got better things to do tonight than die." And that is Springer's iconic line from Transformers the movie. That line has gotten so much attention, and it's such a badass line too. It should get the attention. It really is.
I got better things to do tonight than die.
So in this scene, Springer loads a big grenade launcher into a thing and throws it at Devastator. Of course, it doesn't do enough because Devastator's a fucking monster. But yeah, and then the last one, which I just had to because A, I'm a Transformers fan, and B, I'm a Boondock Saints fan. Let me pronounce that a little better. Boondock Saints fan. It's a good movie. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's pretty cool. But Soundwave is a cassette player, or what would be considered a boombox, and so is Blaster. Boombox, cassette player, whatever you want to call it, AM/FM radio. And he made a coaster that says the Boombox Saints. And this, I could not pass this up. I could not ever pass this up. This is just so cool. The Boombox Saints, "Thy kingdom come till all are one." And of course, "till all are one" is one of the main Transformers quotes.
Till all are one!
Till all are one.
Usually uttered by the Autobots, the good guys. But yeah, I couldn't pass up the Boombox Saints. There's no way I could pass that up. That was super iconic and super cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much with the little trinkets and collectibles and things there. We'll go on to the next section of the video. And again, I hope you're enjoying this, and hopefully I'm not boring anybody. Alrighty, this is going to be the pickup portion of the BotCon recap video here. Basically, I'm going to go through all the toys that I picked up and things like that, and then we'll have a separate section for prints and other collectibles, and then we'll go through some cosplay photos. But for this section, we're going to start off with the main ticket item, which was part of admission, and this is the BotCon Mystery Box. This thing is quite big, and it had a lot of stuff in it. Let's open it up. All right, so first, we'll start off here. We got some comics, a bunch of different comics, actually. Let me put this thing down here so it doesn't fall, because I am clumsy enough to make it fall, I promise you that. So, we have BotCon Unlimited. Make it look like a Pulp Fiction cover here with RC. Gotta love RC. The voice actor Susan Blue was at the convention. I'll go through that later on, because that'll be part of one of the pickups here. Let's see here. Looks like it's got a bunch of toys on the back. It does have actual comics on the inside, and this is their own little storyline, so to speak. on the inside here. I don't have the other issues because I haven't been to other BotCons before, but we'll go through and kind of flip through it. The artwork is really good. It's very classic comics. Well, I guess more modern comics. It's not the old school comics like I have upstairs. But you can see some prominent characters in there. Megatron's got a different color scheme. I think they call him something different in this. Let's see here. Yeah, I think they call him something different in this because they've got a bunch of their own characters. They even have him talking to Galvatron. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I spent a little too long on that. I haven't read through the full comic yet, so we'll put that over there. All right, we've got a Transformers Collector Club official magazine from February, March 13. This is an older one, apparently. This was a BotCon 2013 sneak preview. So, again, it's got more comics on the inside. It's got character panels. There we go. There's some comic art. Okay. Yeah, likes to showcase all that stuff. They even gave a BotCon 2010 preview comic. So I'm not sure why they included such random years in here. Maybe because this was like the anniversary years. But again, it's got some excellent artwork in there. I know it's hard to see on camera. Definitely hard to see. Okay, this one was a issue 40 of the official Collectors Club magazine from 2011. Very cool Waspinator cover. Waspinator does not believe this. Yeah, we got some other stuff in here. Alrighty. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, another Collectors Club one. This one looks like it doesn't have a cover, but it actually does. All the page numbers are there. Like, this is technically the cover, and I don't know why they chose to just leave it exposed like this on the back. I don't know. That's a bit of a strange choice, but again, it's got some artwork. It's got toys in there. You name it, they have it. And last but not least, in this little pile here, is an actual Transformers Timelines comic magazine here. It's not just an advertisement. I think this is an actual full-blown... Yeah, every single page in this is a full-blown comic outside of maybe like the last couple. It's got some stylized artwork in here. Not the typical G1 style, but I mean, it's got some aspects of it. Definitely got some interesting colors. Let's see. Looks like some of the bots are a bit more pointy. Some of the, I guess, newer style artwork. But overall, it's good. Like I said, I haven't read any of these yet, so. But it came all in the box, and there's more. But wait, there's more. Now, like, literally, this first segment here is just going to be me pulling out everything that was inside the box. So, we have, let's see here. Let's go with the bigger pieces first. This little card comes along with it. This is their new, their Battle Protocol card. This is a version of Menasor and a version of Hot Rod, which is basically a recolor they call Sideburns. And I don't know the full story behind it. Let's see what it says on the back here. Little text on the back here. It says, tracking the Matrix on Earth, the Decepticon intelligence general Menasor schemes to retrieve the Autobot relic through any means necessary. This leads to his taking Sideburn captive and imprisoning him in a crashed Decepticon spaceship. However, Menasor's coercive methods on the young warrior are not just unsuccessful, but they are time-consuming as well. The Matrix is able to be chosen... the Matrix is able to choose its new bearer, Hotspot, and it bonds with the Autobot. The result is the noble and undaunted Defensor. All right, so basically a summary from that storyline. The Autobot Matrix of Leadership chooses its next holder or wielder, and basically turns one robot into what would be the combiner for them. Menasor was a combiner of the Stunticons, 5-piece combiner, and Hotspot was the centerpiece for Defensor, which was a Protectobot from the Autobot side. That was a 5-piece combiner as well. And basically, my chair squeaked. and basically, this takes one robot and transforms him into the combiner version. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't know they were going to do that with that storyline. Before I do this here, there we go. Sorry, I just had to mute my phone. Anyway, so I didn't know they were going to do that in that kind of a storyline. That's kind of a cool idea. I get it. Let's see here. We have some Blockies figures. Blockies is a new type manufacturer here, at least new to me. I haven't seen too much of them, but basically what they do is they have figures that are based off of the Transformers. They are not Transformers themselves because they do not transform, but they have figures that you basically kind of snap together with ball and pin joints. And it's actually kind of cool. They're really detailed for as small as they are, and the plastic feels pretty sturdy. I have one that I've put together. I have not put together this one. This is the Shining version Optimus Prime. Again, I have not put this one together. There we go. It's getting a little blurry in the camera. There it goes. Focus. Good job. But I've not put this one together. They have, it looks like it's a 6-piece series, or actually it's probably even more extensive than that. But I do have another one that I did put together that did not come in this box. Let's see what else we have in here, though. We have Metal Card Bot, Machina Protocol Car, Blue Star. So this is a character probably from one of the newer series that I didn't get into. It looks pretty cool. I'll give you that. It kind of has a Rescue Bots feel to it, along with maybe Cybertron or Energon. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, looks like a cool little figure. This is definitely geared more towards younger toy collectors. See, it says ages 6 and up. So it's definitely geared towards the younger generation. And that's still pretty cool. I haven't taken this out of the box yet just because I haven't had time to go through any of it. Let's see what else we've got in here. We got a couple of more Blockies figures. In fact, 3 more. All right, so we have Galaxy version Parallel Universe Optimus Prime. And let's see, again, looks like this is part of a set. It's got a few in there. Looks like every set has like their own like special hidden style or whatever else. So that's the one with the little shine on it. But yeah, so we've got that Optimus Prime. Running out of space on the desk here. I'm obviously not at the Geeks HQ setup. I'm at my own house. Please don't judge me for the crappy wall behind me. It's been beat up on. We have a Galaxy version 02 New Generation Legend Ultraman figure, also from Blockies. Looks kind of chibi at first. Not sure how I feel about that. I have to open him up and find out. See if he's going to be any good. What I don't like is that these boxes are glued together. They're not just openable. Like, I wish they were just more folded together instead of glued together. That way it wouldn't ruin the box, but whatever. Now, it looks like they've got some decent collections in here. Come on, focus. There you go. There we go. Yeah. I will open these all up eventually. I'm not worried about any collector value or anything, but I do like keeping the box in good shape. So that's why I wish they weren't glued together. Oh, here's a small diagram. You see it just snaps together, kind of like a model almost. Let's see. Next, we have another Optimus Prime figure. So we've gotten 3 Optimus Prime figures in this box. We have a smaller Galaxy Shining version Defender. And again, looks more like a chibi art style, but still very high detail. And again, I will eventually open these all and put them together because I'm not worried about collector value on these. I don't see much. And even if there is some, I don't buy them to collect. I buy them because I like them. But these all just came in the box, so that's why I have them. What else do we got in here? Oh, going back to books, we have a book for Transformers Animated. Looks like it's valued at about $5. The Return of Blur. Blur, as we know, is voiced by John Machida Jr. Not Jr., just John Machida. I don't know why I said Jr. John Machida, one of the fastest talking people in the world. In fact, he held the record in Guinness for a long time. Look for this other title, The Hot Rod. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely Transformers Animated. You can tell by the art style here. Again, not a series I got into because I didn't like the animation. I've heard the stories are fine, but me personally, I just didn't like the animation. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. We have a couple of odd ones in here. These are called like cube toys or something like this. I have never seen these before, but they're Transformers that come in these little cubes. And I think you have to put them together. They are from, it's called Beast Box. Okay. Produced by 52 Toys, Beast Box, Dark Clawed for BotCon. Yeah, so I believe this was a take on one of the old Soundwave cassettes, because I think there was one called Beast Box. I'd have to look that up. But they come in these little cubes, and there's two of them here. Let's see what this one is. This one is another BotCon exclusive. This is Liger Strike, this one here. And I haven't taken them out yet just because I haven't had time. I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll do that off camera. But yeah, these since they are exclusives, they may be collectible. They may have some value to them. I don't really know. I'm not going to worry about it. Also comes with the instructions for them. Here we go. Yeah, instead of turning into a cassette, they just turn into a box. Interesting. This is the Liger Strike one. And this one, I believe, is Beast Box. Yeah. There we go. There's a picture of what the toy's supposed to look like in sort of a cartoon form. These were not inside of anything. They're just kind of loose. So that's why they're a little bent up. Not sure why they chose not to put it in something like a backing, like the BotCon Unlimited comic, but that's okay. And let's see here. Last but not least, and I got two of these because one I wanted to put together and one I wanted to stay sealed. This from Yellow Part is their characters that go with this card from earlier, Sideburn and Menasor. And it looks like they're just very plain figures. They're not. These are fully colored figures. They just chose this diagram. I don't know why. I think they should have put the full color on the box itself. Let's see here. Oh, look, it's got a whole story we can go through later on. Let's see. Well, you know what? We can read that right now. Let's see. Metro City. Viron 726.10 beta. Following the detonation of an interdimensional node, a transwarp explosion rocked Primax 704.31, Epsilon, and its sibling stream in the Viron cluster. Okay, some of these words I'm tripping over. The twin universe's interwoven helical nature collapsed, and a single universal stream remained. In this unified universe, Cybertron has fallen. Megazarek's banner hangs triumphantly over the ruins of Autobot civilization, and his merciless candor of loyal Decepticons, or his merciless cadre, I think? C-A-D-R-E, I don't know. I'm going to say cadre. His merciless cadre of loyal Decepticons has crushed any resistance on the home world. Yet the fires of evil have not claimed all. Scattered across distant stars, a handful of survivors live on, bravely escaping Sunstorm's ambush on Antilla or Antilla. I'm going to say Antilla. Delta Magnus has passed the Autobot Matrix to the Battlemaster Blue Bolts. That's a funny name. She has in turn rendezvoused with a small band of Autobot warriors on Earth, together with the Teletran hologram named T.I. I'm going to say T.I., it's T-AI. Named T.I. They have enacted a final safeguard and buried the Matrix inside an immense armored stronghold deep underground. Frustrated by his inability to seize the Matrix through sheer power, Megazarek's intelligence general, Menasor, has turned to a darker strategy. His sights have settled on Sideburn, a brash and impulsive young Autobot whose courage often outpaces his caution. The fate of the Matrix, the Autobots, and the universe itself now hangs on whether one young Autobot can stand firm in the shadow of a monster. And I do have these put together. I will get to that. But basically, these are two snap-together figures, Menasor and Sideburn. That's the one on the card I was talking about earlier, which is basically the Hot Rod reprint. And they do give him kind of a personality like Hot Rod as well. Let's see here. So for Sideburn, a born exhibitionist. If it's loud or fast or haphazard, you can bet that Sideburn has tried it, then bragged about it. Upgraded with a new spark engine, Sideburn is now breaking speed records and still hasn't found his limit. Even though his brothers, Prowl and it says X-Brawn, so I guess we'll just call him X-Brawn. I don't know what that means. Prowl and X-Brawn rebuke his driving. Sideburn knows that his speed will someday provide an advantage in the war against the Decepticons. So he will keep testing his abilities, no matter how hard he has to push himself. And then let's see, we have a card for Menasor here. Menasor. Experimental mechanics have created the ultimate in state-of-the-art destructive capabilities. Menasor. Vowing to serve Megazarek as one of the 9 generals, Menasor commands the most vicious Decepticons ever built. Since their ship crashed on Earth, these subordinates have been trapped in their stasis chambers, and Menasor has cerebro-linked to their comm systems. In doing such, his analysis and reaction times are now unparalleled, and his iron will remains unmatched. So they've given him their own little new personalities. That's kind of cool. Let me find this box here that I have open so I can show you the figures. Here we go. So this is the open box. It says the exact same thing. I just bought an extra. And you can see the parts layout in here, much like a model. Pieces were in here. But basically, you take them out, and you snap them all together. Sorry, I'm stepping away from the microphone. And you get the Autobots and Decepticons. So, this is Sideburn. Again, he's definitely a Hot Rod recolor. I like the recolor, actually. It's pretty cool. They are actually articulate, too. They're not just stiff models. You can move them, pose them. Let's see, I can move his arm joints, flap him up and down. I can move his legs. The legs should bend. There we go. They're just a little stiff. They're just a little stiff.
No way! You're just a little stiff.
And yeah, like I said, they just kind of snap together. Like here, I'll take one of the arms out. They just kind of snap together. It's pretty cool. Definitely helps the less mechanically inclined engage in the toys a little better. Comes with 2 weapons. He also has different hands as well, but I decided to give him the dual wield because why not? You can pose his body. These just snap on by ball joints under here. And yeah, overall, I'd say it's a pretty neat thing. It's definitely a display piece. Definitely a display piece. So I'll give a better close-up here. There we go. The camera's a little bit distorted. He's not as chunky as he looks. He's a little tall and thin. But it's just because of the camera. I had to change the view angle on it. And then, let's look at Menasor. Menasor's a lot more basic, to be honest. He's got kind of a Megatron front-end chest. I believe it's actually supposed to be one of the cabs from one of the vehicles. I believe it might be Motormaster. No, it's not Motormaster. It's the other one. It's one of the other Combaticons, or I'm sorry, Stunticons. But he's got his blaster here as well. Again, his legs are posable and movable. They're just a little stiff. And overall, like I said, it's not bad. Like, for a display piece, this is not bad. It'll hold up pretty well. It's got good articulation on it. I'm not moving him around that much, but You can see I can bend his arm. They're, like I said, they're stiff, but it works. It works. The head even comes off. But we don't need to showcase that here. But yeah, so honestly, they're pretty good toys. They really are. I'm glad that I picked them up. I'm glad that I picked up an extra. Oh, here are the alternate hands. They're a little bit hard to see. I just dropped one. They're a little bit hard to see. But yeah, I'll get those later. Anyway, so that's the, and those are YOLO part toys. Blockies, I have a different one for you that did not come in the ticket box, we'll call it. The mystery box. See, let me put this stuff to the side here. All right, so speaking of the Blockies toys, I did pick this one up at a vendor. And this is Brawn, G1 Brawn, one of my favorite characters. And he...
No one does that to my buddy!
He looks pretty series accurate for the most part. Come on, focus in a little bit, camera. There we go. He looks series accurate for the most part. There's a couple of differences. Not really a big deal, though. Here's the backside. Brawn, as we know, was a smaller Autobot, but probably the strongest, if not one of the strongest. And again, this is a Blockies toy. It all snaps together just like YOLO part, with different joints, ball joints and pin joints. And there, again, it's very articulate. I can move him around. I can, move his legs, do whatever we want to do with him, put him in different poses. I can, this one I can twist the torso all the way around, like old Mech Warrior style. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely neat. Putting it together was very interesting. It was like a snap together model. And I like it. I like it. Again, it's still not technically a transformer because he doesn't transform, but it's a damn good display piece. Let's see here. Let me give you a peek at the instructions. Here we go. So here's some of the parts that they're laid out in. And you can see they just literally snap together. And then you have your completed transformer there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I might be picking up a few more Blocky stuff. In fact, I do have more Blocky stuff in my collection here. But let's move on before I bore you to tears. Because I know me droning on for a long time can definitely do that. Next up, we have stuff, again, that was not in the collector's box, that was not in the admission box. These are figures I picked up from vendors. So starting off, because I cosplayed as G1 Spike Witwicky, I had to pick up Spike's exosuit with him inside of it from Transformers the movie.
Dad's exosuit. He told me all about it.
Good little toy. I think there's a bigger version of this too. I'm not sure, but it'll do. It'll do the job. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. I don't like the way it transforms, though. I think that's too... on this side, I think that's too tall for it. It's supposed to be more slimline. I just think that that's the best way they could do it, so that's how they did it. But this isn't bad. The box is a little scuffed up. I'm not worried about that. I got this at a huge discount, so I'm pretty happy. Then we have a third-party figure. This is called Legendary Heroes, and I don't know... let's see, where's the... I think Legendary Heroes is the third-party company that makes it. But basically, this is a retake on Blaster, one of my other favorite Autobots. The counter to Soundwave.
Run, Blaster! Save yourself!
No way, two can play.
He has cassettes as well. I haven't opened this one yet. Look, it's got a little QC Pass sticker on it. There he transforms into the boombox, and they called this one Communications Louie. So, not really sure. That's probably just a third party avoiding copyright issues, but it looks pretty cool. I have to see how well he transforms. It looks like it'll be a simple transformation, but overall, it looks pretty good. It looks like I can collect the other figures as well. His two of his cassettes. And that would be Rewind and Eject. Of course, they'll be named differently because they are third party. But, this wasn't too bad. This wasn't too bad. And the figure, I can tell, has really high detail on it. I got to say, All the stickers are already on there. Actually, it might not even be stickers. It might just be paint. But yeah, I can tell the figure has really high detail. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'll be opening up that one later. And speaking of Blaster, hey, we got another one from the Transformers 86 Studio, the movie series. I have tons of different blasters upstairs, but this is specifically from the 86 movie. He comes with Eject, one of his cassettes. And yeah, this figure is definitely high quality. I don't know why they chose not to put a window here, but I can just reach in and touch the figure. That's silly. But yeah, you can see the huge amount of detail on the back of the box for this. This figure is very, very cool. Probably a little more difficult to transform, but that's okay. That is not a problem at all. And yeah, this is, again, one of my favorite Autobots. It's Brawn, Blaster, Hot Rod, and a few other ones. And I know people hate Hot Rod because they say he killed Optimus Prime, which, okay, he did fuck up, let's be real. But I still like him. I like the car design. Here we go. This is something I've been wanting for a long time. And this particular box came out around the 35th anniversary. This is the Transformer Ectotron, or Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters when they had their crossover. So literally the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters is now a Transformer, and that is pretty fucking cool. I also have Gigawatt upstairs, which is the Transformer from Back to the Future. So the DeLorean Back to the Future car is a Transformer as well. Let's see, it's got all of his stats like most Transformer toys do on the back. Let's see here. Ectotron. Function. Paranormal investigator. Quote, when life splatters you with marshmallow goo, just go with it. When the Ghostbusters need a ride to the next paranormal hotspot, it's nice to have one who can also handle a proton pack. So that's what they've made his weapon here. You can see the little hose for it. They've made it a proton pack. That's pretty cool. I definitely agree with that. They even gave us a little Slimer figure. How can you not have a little Slimer figure? Let's see, they got a couple more quotes on the back. Oh, wait, no, they're just the same quote in different languages, so I don't need to read them. That's just one quote. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, they've definitely upgraded the graph of strength and whatever used to be a bar graph. Now it's a very hard-to-read line graph. Not sure I agree with that styling, but hey, you know, that's their packaging, whatever. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'll be putting this next to Gigawatt upstairs. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so this is one I wanted to talk about. This was the Blockies exclusive Bumblebee that you were allowed to purchase at a discount if you had a special sticker on your convention badge. And this is interesting. I don't know why they chose to do this, so I don't have to assemble this. It comes with the robot figure, the car figure, gun, and a few different hands. I do like the packaging. This is how all packaging should be. It's easy to open. Just comes right up. You can even, here, open it like this. And it doesn't matter. It's held in there by little tabs. The tabs are not hard to move out of the way. You just flex it a little bit. It's not going to damage it. It's not going to ruin the cardboard here that you can keep for your display. And then on top of that, the character itself is in... Oh, look, got a little tiny card in here. That's fun. Let me put that over here. And the character itself is in a little block thing, which is really cool. It fits very snugly in there. You can see nothing fell out when I picked him up. So this is really good packaging. And I know that's weird to be happy about, but really, I think this is awesome. What I disagree with on this is they made him fuzzy. And I don't understand why they would have done that. Because it's going to get dirty super easily. Let me take him out of the plastic here. Here we go. And they made every piece in here fuzzy. You can kind of see the detail there. Like this is not camera effect. This is actual fuzz. And I don't know why they did that. I think that's a bad idea. Because now this can't even be really displayed properly because it's just going to instantly collect dust. Like this fabric, I don't know if it's a felt or a wool. It's almost like the tip of a marker. But this is going to collect dust instantly. I don't know why they decided to do that. That seems a bit odd, especially for a limited edition piece you would want to display. But I guess that's why they made the packaging so nice, so you can just display it in the packaging. Overall, though, it's a cool little Bumblebee figure. And like I said, you could only purchase, they only made so many of these. Which one was this one? Oh, is it on the little card? Let's see. No, they didn't give me a number. They only made so many of these. I want to say there was only 500 available. Yeah, I want to say there was only 500 available. That only certain badge levels were allowed to purchase at the convention for a discounted price. But overall, I could have that fact wrong about how many they made. That I might be, because there's one other thing in here that they only made so many of, but that's okay. Bottom line, it's a cool little piece. It's a display piece. It's still articulate. You can still move them around. It's still, the blocky's articulation. I just don't like that they made him fuzzy. I don't know. Sorry if I spend a little too much time on that, but I wanted to go over it because I feel it's pertinent. Hey, I used a big word, pertinent. Let me put this back in its box here. And see, I like that this packaging can just very easily go back together with no hassle at all. I do like this. I know why they don't make it like this in regular retail, because people will steal shit. But, give it a shot. Give it a shot. All right. And the next figure, going back to, again, my favorite character, Brawn. This is another, this is what, a 40th anniversary? No, this is not an anniversary figure. This is just a regular release here. And you can see this one, they made a change to his face to make it look more like the original art drawing here. I don't know why they chose to do this. This is like a fusion of the two. So the original figure way back in the day was very, very stiff. It only had like 3 points of articulation, and it did not look like the TV show. This one, they made the body and everything look like the TV show, except for the head. And I don't know why they chose that styling. Maybe they were just paying an homage to him. But as you can see, like even with the Blockies figure, and this is more, the face is more TV show accurate. He doesn't have the faceplate. He has the actual, regular face exposed, much like he does in the cartoon. This one has the visor eye and faceplate. But either way, still, it's fucking Brawn. He's, in my opinion, one of the coolest and most underrated Autobots ever, and I love him. He's just my fave. I like little guys that do big things. So there was literally one episode where Brawn took on like 5 Decepticons and knocked the crap out of them. It was...
I don't take so easy. You're out of the picture, guys. Goodbye, tall, dark, and gruesome.
It was really fun. That was in the mini-series called Ultimate Doom. Yeah, and again, we've got his strength and everything rating on the backside here in the graph. We've got some old G1 artwork. I am very happy I was able to find that figure. Going off the movie timeline, here we go. Transformers the movie. I finished off my Dinobot collection. So we have Swoop.
Good part, Cup. Tell Swoop good part.
Which was one I needed for a long time. I already damaged the box on it a little bit, but that's okay. Again, I'm not worried about collectability. I just want the characters that I want. We have this one here, and then we have who they have renamed Slug, but his name is Slag, S-L-A-G. I don't know why they named him Slug. I don't know how they lost the frickin' rights to the name Slag or had to change it for whatever reason. But Swoop is a pterodactyl, or pteranodon, I want to say, and Slag is the Triceratops. To go along with Grimlock the T-Rex, Sludge the Brontosaurus, Snarl the Stegosaurus, and then now these guys. So we have all 5 Dinobots from the movie. This one came with Daniel Witwicky, who is Spike's son in the movie. And he's in his little exosuit riding on top of Slag. Now, what's really funny, I don't know, I guess they just didn't want to do the artwork. But if you look at the exosuit, it's just a blank white headpiece. And it's not, the detail that you even see in the picture or any kind of human detail. I really don't know why they did that, because you can very clearly see the human detail in the movie. So yeah, that's Slag, aka Slug. Why would you name him Slug? That's just silly. I don't know where that came from. I'd have to do some research. That's probably some newer crap that I'm not familiar with. And last, but certainly not least, going back to the Blockies collection, speaking of Dinobots, we have a Gold Series Dinobot collection, and it comes with Wheeljack, Prime, and a Decepticon Seeker as well. This is quite a big box. This is a genuine licensed product, just like everything else is here. Let me take this out. Each Dinobot and Autobot or Decepticon have their own little box that you basically take apart. You take all the pieces out, they're in like a model tree, and you snap them together. These are some of the weapons in there. And like I said, we have Grimlock, Slag, Snarl, and Swoop. And then there's Sludge. There's Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, and one of the Decepticon Seekers. It doesn't say... Yeah, it doesn't say who it is. It just says Sky Vehicle. So, and again, here's some of the instructions. Oh, it's supposed to be Skywarp. Okay, it's supposed to be Skywarp. Cool. Well, that's really good. Skywarp's a fun one. He's the one that can teleport. But yeah, here's some of the instructions. Like, you just snap them together like little models. It's really cool. Those are more display pieces. I'll be displaying that once I have time to put them all together. Time's a big factor here. And that's why I haven't even done any of this stuff, because between the regular streams and everything else, I just don't have time. Last, but certainly not least, I'm going to count this as a pickup and not artwork, but I took one of my copies of Transformers the movie on DVD. This is the 20th anniversary special edition. And the reason I took it is because 4 of the voice actors were there at the convention. We had Susan Blue, who voiced RC.
I was afraid you'd be trapped outside the city.
Hey, I wasn't worried for a microsecond.
Then you probably didn't understand the situation. Stay close to me, Daniel!
And you better stay close to me.
No, you'd better stay close to me.
We had Neil Ross, who voiced Springer.
I got better things to do tonight than die.
We had Victor Caroli, who was the narrator.
It is the year 2005. The treacherous Decepticons have conquered the Autobots' home planet of Cybertron. But from secret staging grounds on 2 of Cybertron's moons, the valiant Autobots prepare to retake their homeland.
And last but not least, of course, we had John Rashida, who was the voice of Blur.
What about me, Magnus? What about me? I can help. I want to help. What about me?
Blur, you can help me alert the others.
Absolutely, positively, definitely. Nobody can get the job done faster than I can. Nobody.
And I had them autograph my DVD. And hopefully, if I go to more BotCons, I will get other voice actors that are involved in this movie to sign it, because that's fucking awesome. So RC is down here in pink. Let's see here. Blur is over here in the middle. This is Victor Caroli up here, the narrator. And down here is Neil Ross in silver, and he even put 2 AJ on it for me, because he's a super cool guy from Springer. Yeah. So that ends we'll call it the pickup portion of this video here. I might just release them all in segments. We'll see. We will see. But that, I know I went on way too long, and I'm sorry if I bored you. Hopefully the music will keep you entertained while I go through and yap on. But anyway, yes, that is the pickup portion. We'll move on to the artwork portion at some other point, and we've got the other collectible portion as well. So stay tuned, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. Alrighty, this is the art section of the BotCon recap video. I'm going to be going through all the little prints, actually the large prints, I should say. There's nothing really little about them. The large prints that I've gotten for, different Transformer characters and whatnot, just to enhance my collection of prints that I don't have room for. Look, you have to support the artists. The artists are what make the visuals, and the visuals are what draw me. So, have to support the artists. Just a little one. This is made of metal, and this is a little RC bookmark. And it's even signed by the artist on the back. And I've got more that are signed by the artist as well. But this is nice. It's made of metal, little RC bookmark. Nice little thing. I picked it up because I was like just under a certain threshold for a deal. So I just went ahead and added this on to the purchase. And that's what we got. Let's see here. Let's go through what we have here. So this bag has about 3 or 4 prints from different people. Different people. Okay, let's bring that out. Oh, well here, so let's do this. First, we'll get the official BotCon poster from Blockies. And it is autographed by the epic voice guy, John Bailey. Yes, John Bailey. Very cool voice actor. He's involved with a lot of newer Transformer stuff. He does tons of different voice work, and he's just fucking amazing at it. He's also involved in making a new fan series coming out using Blockies and whatnot, all the different characters. That is literally a fan series Transformers TV show, basically. I think one episode is going to be released next month. They'll be holding tryouts for voice acting for other characters, and I'm definitely going to try out. So why the hell not? So that's really cool. Definitely glad I picked that up. That was just free from attending one of the panels. This is colors by Robbie Musso, and this is a Bubblegum Crisis, non-Transformer related, but looks damn close. Bubblegum Crisis photo from the original Bubblegum Crisis series. This is Pris in her awesome power armor, and again, it's signed by the creator in a couple of different spots. So that's his most recent signature, and then this is when it was done. But yeah, this is really cool. I like Pris. She's the baddest ass of the four lightsabers. But back to Transformer stuff. We have this print right here. And of course, it's got the entire team there. We've got Hot Rod, Ultra Magnus, Cup Blur, Wheelie, Sandstorm, Wreck-Ar, RC, Springer, Defensor, and Superion in the background, Skylinks on top of Metroplex, some of the Blasters cassettes, Wreck-Ar, Daniel, and some of the Microbots there. Very cool print. I'll end up either getting it framed or laminated because that's what I do with most prints. Lamination, I think, is the best, but that's my opinion. A lot of people don't like lamination. Then, again, going back to my favorite guy, Brawn, we have Brawn and the other mini-bots taking on what looks to be a Decepticon assault. Brawn lifting up half of a mountain. We've got Wind Charger down at the bottom. We've got Cliff Jumper, Bumblebee in the background. Huffer is over here. We got Gears up top. And, of course, Spike being protected by Bumblebee back there. Let's see here. How many prints are in here? I think there's only 3. Yeah. Then, last but certainly not least, we have this really badass print of Hot Rod. I can't tell if it's Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime, but it's definitely a really cool pick. They both have the side blasters like that, and this was amazing. So I was like, yeah, I got to include that. We got to get that. Not that I, again, have any room for any of this stuff, but, you know, you gotta. You just gotta. Let me put this back in here. Come on, get in there nice and easy. Don't screw up the edges. I know I'm tripping over my own arms here. There we go. There we go. I'm glad when the artists sell these sleeves too. Like, some of them give them to you for free, some of them you have to purchase, but I'm fine either way because it protects the artwork, it protects the drawing, and I really like it that way. Okay, back to non-Transformer stuff, but again, from another artist. His name is Jason, and he signed it on this one. This guy has done a lot for behind the scenes, but we've got Mask. Yes, Mobile Armored Strike Command with a K for some reason, because they couldn't spell mask with a C, obviously. But yes, here we have Matt Tracker and Venom on this side, Matt Tracker on this side, good versus bad, evil versus good, all that fun shit. And yeah, Mask is a really cool series. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Find it on one of the old cartoon websites somewhere. It's pretty fun.
Lift-off beam on.
basically their helmets. They have full body suits, but only their helmet has special abilities. So yeah. Oh, and their vehicles change. So like this is clearly a Camaro, but it has gull wing doors and it can fly. This one not as different on this one. This one transforms from I shouldn't even say transforms because that's not, but it converts from a jet into a hovering helicopter. There's plenty of other transforming vehicles there as well. I'm just going to keep saying transforming. There's plenty of other converting vehicles there as well. There's a semi truck. There's a big old lifted pickup truck. There's an SUV type. There's a car that can go in the water, like the old Bond car, James Bond. You know, there's a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, check it out. It is a really cool series. I'm probably not doing it justice with my description, but it's a really cool series. Check it out. Then, again, non-Transformer stuff, but technically related because the molds for these units were used in a lot of different series because the toy makers sold the mold to everybody. But we have some Robotech, aka Macross artwork. And here we have Skull Leader standing in front of the SDF-1, presumably firing on the enemy. Which is just a really, really cool background here. So the mold for the toys for Macross, Robotech, were the same molds that they used on the original G1 Jetfire. And then that mold was used on like 3 or 4 different other things too, because the toy company just kept selling the mold. They didn't sell the rights to the characters, colors, or likeness or whatever. They just kept selling the same mold to all these different all these different companies. And so you had a bunch of toys that are like, "Hey, you're ripping me off." "No, you're ripping me off." Like there was a lot of battles for that. But yeah, very, very cool artwork here. Let me see. Do I have anything else in here? No. Okay, so back to Transformers. More Hot Rod artwork, and again, it's signed by the artist here. I know I'm getting a lot of reflection off the case, but I'm going to leave it in there because I don't want this to get damaged further than it already is. But yeah, we have Hot Rod here in both robot and vehicle form in a really cool action pose and a really cool background. Yeah, I love this character. Look, he's even on my shirt here. Like, there's no getting around it. I just love this character, and I've always loved the vehicle design of this character. So I had to pick it up. Then this is really cool. We have some. These are actual like professional photographs on mock-ups and like dioramas using the newer Transformer toy figures that look like the TV show in poses from the TV show. This is really cool. So first we have this one right here. And basically this is Brawn and Windcharger screwing with Soundwave and one of the reflector bots while they're flying around something. I want to say this is in one of the Sherman Dam episodes. In the very beginning of the series. First 6 something episodes, I want to say this is where this comes from. I could be wrong on that. Oh, wait, no, you know what? I'm sorry, I am wrong. Let me back up. This is from an episode called Fire on the Mountain, where Skyfire, Windcharger, and a few other Autobots are working together to thwart Megatron's plans.
The Autobot jet is afraid to fly.
Wrong again, you dipstick tape deck.
I believe this is a multi-piece episode as well. I could be wrong on that, but this is an actual scene from the TV show, and it's just really cool that he was able to capture it using the toys and professional photography. And then on the flip side, we have something from the Sherman Dam episode. I want to say this was the original miniseries, the first 5-6 episodes. This is Prime versus Megatron on top of Sherman Dam. I want to say this was like the 4th episode out of the original miniseries. I could be wrong, though. My brain is a little fuzzy because, well, let's face it, I'm old and there's a lot going on. But yeah, I'll put in clips for these episodes as well here. But yeah, super cool stuff. I love that he got the poses exactly right with these toys. He really did. This is really good work. Same thing with this one here. And again, as you can see, Brawn has the non-faceplate, like I was talking about in the toy section. But yeah, and then we've got one more piece here, and I think this is the only print in here. Yes, one more picture from that same guy. This is the same guy who did the coasters, by the way. We have, this is from Transformers the movie, when Cup and Hot Rod are running back to Autobot City, trying to get inside while the Decepticons are attacking the first time. And again, just recreating the entire scenery, just fantastic. He also had one that was in like a Reddit out sort of format, and it had information on the tops and bottom. It was when RC from the movie was looking through her visor, but I didn't want to buy that one. It looked good, but it didn't look good enough for me, so I went with this one instead, and I'm very happy I did. These come in nice stiff sleeves. I had to pay a little extra for the sleeve, but you know, it is well worth it. This sleeve will very much protect anything inside of it. Like, this is solid plastic almost. It barely wants to flex. So I'm very glad I bought these. And I'm very glad I've seen all these really cool artists and people at the convention. With that, I believe that is it for that section. So, again, I hope you've been entertained. I hope you enjoy the visuals, and I hope I'm not boring you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode of Geeks on the Side. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you enjoy the content. Remember to check us out live at twitch.tv/geeksontheside. Our schedule is posted there for the upcoming streams. Be safe, and we'll catch you next time.